Hey, how are you? This is Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Bregman from the Jewish Executive Learning Network and BregmanSuccess.com. I'm on the go right now. I don't even have time to record a 5-minute video, but I'm going to audio record some very quick content for you that I'm confident will make a big difference to you if you internalize it and really try to think about what I'm telling you. There are countless people walking around this planet right now with their emotional needs unfulfilled. Question is, why is that? Now, I encounter this in many, many different forms. It could be a young person who doesn't feel loved by their parents. It could be a child who feels disconnected from their mother. It could be married people. But the most common format in which I encounter this is the people who turn to me for marital advice, and to my wife as well. And most often, it's a woman who's trying to get and then keep the attention and love of a man and her husband. So the dynamic I'm going to speak about here for the next couple of minutes applies to people who are married and not married, and it could apply to men and women, but it's often a married woman trying to get the attention of her husband. But just bear with me, and you'll understand what me and my wife are trying to give over here. Now, there's two chief reasons why this happens, that a person is walking around and their emotional needs are unfulfilled. Number one, the person you are with may well be unaware of what it is that you want or feel that you need. That's one reason. The other main reason that people walk around with unfulfilled needs is the person may be fully capable and aware of what it is you want or need, but they're just not interested in giving you what you want or what you need. So the question becomes, what should you do? And also, how do we know which of those two dynamics is at play in your life? So I have a very simple solution for you. Tell someone what you want. Tell your spouse, tell your husband, tell the person you're thinking of marrying, and you're not sure if you should proceed. Just tell that person in this relationship with you, tell them what you want, and then step back and see what happens. Are they trying to give it to you? Is it working? Are you getting your needs, emotional or otherwise, met? And if not fully, can you at least see if they're trying? Okay, so maybe they're not. Or maybe it's not working. Maybe you're not getting what you want still. So maybe give it a few days, give it a week, give it 2. Tell them again. Maybe explain it in a different way. Is it registering? Can you see that they're trying? Even if it's not a perfect bullseye and your needs are being met exactly as you ideally would envision, but is it somewhat working? No, not at all? Okay. So if you really give it enough time and you're pretty objective, and if you realize that in truth, not just because your needs are not being met and you're hungry, but if you realize that they really truly are, from the perspective of truth, unable, unwilling, not interested in satisfying your needs, it is probably time to move on. Now, I know life is complicated, and if you've been dating somebody for a week and they don't seem interested in meeting your emotional needs now or in the future, that's easier to walk away from than if you're married and you have kids and things like that. I understand, and every circumstance is different, and I am just speaking in terms of generalities. I'm obviously not suggesting, God forbid, that if you're married to somebody, you discover you have a need, you explain it. On Monday, if it hasn't been met by Wednesday, you should go run and get a divorce. Call me personally as in my lawyer capacity to help you file divorce papers or something like that. No, obviously things are complicated, but in general, if someone you're with understands your needs and can articulate them back to you and is not interested, it may be time to move on. What I do not want you to become, and I say this to the people that turn to me one-on-one for advice, people who come to me and my wife to help guide them through difficult spots, people who turn to me for Torah advice. What I do not want you to become is a beggar in the emotional sense. And this is why this clip is being called something along the lines of the Please Love Me dynamic, which was a title suggested by somebody else, but I think it's very apropos. A lot of people assume this posture. Please love me. I'm going to become an emotional beggar. And I know you don't seem to want me, but could you please love me anyway? Please? You're not interested in meeting my needs. Can you please anyway? Please love me. And what I'm saying right now seems so simple to me, But it's amazing to me how many people simply do not seem to get it. Whether it's at their place of work, or in their community, or in a love relationship, people don't seem to understand what I'm saying over here. You must not in life get hung up wanting the validation of somebody who does not want you. Why would you want to stay and fight for someone who does not see good in you or says you're okay, but I am not interested in helping fulfill you? Now, granted, and everything here has to be understood in the context of balance, and I'm speaking in generalities. And look, and of course, you don't want to expect, or if you do expect this, it's unhealthy. You shouldn't get married or be in a romantic relationship and you think that the person you're with is there to satisfy your every need. Social need, this person's your workout buddy, your music buddy, your social buddy, your gossip, although gossip is a sin in Judaism. But you know what I mean. I mean this not literally your gossip buddy, your talking buddy, your romantic buddy. I mean, what are we talking about over here? But in general, people get up wanting to stay and fight for somebody who doesn't want them and is not interested or able to meet their needs or just couldn't care less. To me, showing interest and pursuing and chasing a person with this please love me, when they're not interested, is like the emotional equivalent of throwing good money after bad. I'm just talking to you now for 10 seconds now about me, myself, talking about me. If you don't return my calls, I'm going to stop calling you. If I email you and you don't email me back, I'm not going to email you further. I'm not going to chase you. You have to have self-esteem in life. Know what you bring to the table. And if someone is not interested in it, do not become an emotional beggar. Please love me. Please accept me. It's sad. It's almost like, and this is what I believe, like Hashem, God, gives us a certain amount of energy that we should direct and invest towards people who are interested in receiving that which we have to give. And it's like, if you, let's say you had a certain amount of energy in a balloon, like why would you want to pop a hole in it and leak some of that energy out and invest it in a person who's not interested in you? I also think you could call this video, he doesn't want you or she doesn't want you. So what exactly are you doing? Okay? This is a very common relationship dynamic that I'm describing here, and it's definitely unhealthy, but it's very common. If you feel that you have to put in crazy huge effort just to get your wife's attention or your husband's attention or something like that, just to get their attention and not even yet to keep it, just to get their attention, maybe something is not right here. If another way of phrasing it, do you feel that your significant other, maybe it's a husband, maybe it's a wife, is only going to be interested in coming towards you and having a connection with you if you nag at them and you yank at them and you pull on them? Not literally, of course, but in order to get their attention. Is that the only way? If that is your relationship dynamic, then something is almost surely off here. Maybe the person doesn't know what you want and need emotionally or in terms of spending time with them or otherwise. But if they do know and they're not interested in trying to meet you at least halfway, if not all the way, something is off. Because if you're with the right person and that is a good person, okay, you're with the right person and it's a good person with a good soul, that person is going to want to please you. That person is going to want to make sure your emotional needs are fulfilled. Okay, now, before we wrap up this clip, I'll tell you one other thing. There's one other possibility here, and that is, are you somebody who's difficult to please, this like unpleasable person? Because when the person you're with thinks you're impossible to please and make happy, that too is a problem. Nobody is interested in that. They, your partner, your spouse, whatever, will eventually go find somebody else, somewhere else that they can go park their energy, time, and effort. They will go find someone else who's willing to receive that which they have to give. So it is possible that maybe you're not with a bad person, or maybe somebody who's not interested in meeting your emotional needs. Could be that the person doesn't feel like they can please you, and that's why you experience them as withdrawing. Because if somebody thinks they can't please you, they will withdraw. It could be a friend, it could be a neighbor, it could be a relative, even a rabbi. I try to help as many people as I can. If I see that consistently I'm not able to please someone and make them happy and give them what they're looking for in a rabbinic context, I'm just going to withdraw. I'm just going to spend my time and effort on all the other people who think that I am a solution for what they're looking for. And this certainly applies in marriage. People will park their time and energy where it's appreciated. And if your spouse feels that you're a nag and not interested in receiving what they have to give, they'll go park their time and energy someplace else. They'll spend more time at work, or with, God forbid, with other men and women, but they'll do something. My premise, and this is the Torah perspective, is that most people are basically good. Most people want to make other people happy. And most people will make you happy if they can figure out what you want and they believe they can actually deliver it. And this is why, if you go through my, as of today, I think 175 videos on YouTube and whatnot, you'll sometimes see a theme about direct communication. A big theme I speak about is direct communication. Being clingy with the person you're with, that's not going to keep them around. Trust me, nobody wants somebody who's clingy. And so I'm suggesting to you, have you ever told your partner, your spouse, your person you're married to, what it is you want? Have you ever told them what it is that makes you feel loved? Have you even ever asked them the question, hey, what is it you want? What makes you feel loved? You know, sometimes I say this to people who turn to me for marital advice, and I'm like, whoa, that's genius. You're saying I should just ask my spouse what it is they want? And what their needs are, and what will make them feel loved and wanted and accepted and feel good? I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm suggesting. And they're like, wow, that's genius. But to be honest, to me, that's like the most simple advice I could give. You see, so many people are trained to be busy with in society. Let's see, how do we figure out what a man wants? How do we figure out what a woman wants? But they're so busy with trying to figure that out from the clouds, they never thought to try the straight line approach. Ask the person you care about directly, hey, what are you looking for? Anyway, I hope you found this clip to be of value to you. If you liked receiving some audio content and not just a video, let me know in the comment section or drop me a note otherwise, because it's easier for me. And how many times do you have to see me in front of a camera? I look the same every time, so I'm told, and so I agree. So why not? What difference does it make? Anyway, it's Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Bregman from the Jewish Executive Learning Network and BregmanSuccess.com. I hope you will subscribe to this YouTube channel. Click the little red button wherever you find it. It's free. And I will continue, with God's help, to drop you fantastic content, which will hopefully allow me to leverage the Torah knowledge that I have to add to your life and benefit it and take you to stratospheric levels of happiness and meaning. All the best. Be in touch. Bye.